everything. And then off to New Zealand we headed. And I'll just go through this quickly. We spent a fair bit of time. That's the customs dock in Opua. I don't know if anybody owns Endless.
One of the things that we did before leaving was, because we knew that we were planning on working there, and we talked to other people, we did all of our paperwork while we were still in Canada, so that when we arrived there, we already had the ability to work in New Zealand. And we had other friends that had arrived there and spent months and months trying to get their paperwork through, and it just didn't happen for them. So we're advised if you plan on working in New Zealand, get your paperwork done here. And we'd also bought land in New Zealand prior to going, and that was our boat insurance, because we just had this thing about paying insurance on a boat, and it's going to cost us a fifth of the cost of the boat per year, so we figured we just buy land instead.
Again, we spent our time in Whangarei. This is Whangarei, which is south of the Bay of Islands, where we came into Opua. And it's really quite protected as you come in through the river, all the way up to, you can see where Whangarei is. The bay and the river, and you're usually on highlands, right by the Town Basin Marina. And here we were on highlands, so we didn't have a dock, we had to go out, and we had this visitor in our anchor locker, a possum. There's lots of possums in New Zealand. And so it's at the Town Basin. More cruising kids. Anything to say about kids, and where you met kids, and how did you find it, Mary? Yeah, one of the things was when we were in Thailand, there weren't too many kids for Lyra to play with, cruising kids that she could speak English with. And then when we got to Samoa and Tonga, we ended up with the group of cruisers that go do the route of Mexico, Marquesas, Tahiti and such. Because we took the unusual route, we ended up missing a lot of those boats. So it was refreshing to have a lot more kids around. This is our land in New Zealand. We had a couple of acres that we bought years ago, quite inexpensively, and we put up a little cabin. And we were going to stay there. We actually had plans to stay in New Zealand and work and then carry on cruising. That was the view from our cabin. It's a beautiful country. And we loved it in New Zealand, but it's pretty close to the birds that we drew. Due to family reasons and finances, we ended up coming back. We came really close to it. In February, we flew back to Canada, pick up the last of our stuff in storage, because we knew, because I worked for the airline, I wouldn't be getting passes anymore, and I would have to quit in a few months. A few months later, I was suddenly coming back, and plans had changed, and that's pretty difficult. Lyra went to school there. Beautiful school, 100 kids out in the country, and this is the kind of thing that they do. They have calf club day, where they show their animals. And Lyra didn't have a calf, so somebody went to a rabbit. But we had a few sheep on our property for a while, and that was a disaster, and a whole new story. So this is one of the bathrooms in New Zealand. They're not all like this, but it's quite a famous one. And the hut to the culture of the